I don't know. Didn't expect that, but obviously a lot of memories here, a lot of history. Just super grateful and thankful, for the time.
James was a household name long before he ever set foot on a professional basketball court. This wasn't about potential or being an up-and-comer. He was unequivocally famous. At just 17 years old, his high school matchups were broadcast to a national audience. Merchandise bearing his name sold out before he even had an official jersey, and the words "Chosen One" were emblazoned across his back, a label born not from fan adoration, but from overwhelming expectation. Most athletes are busy chasing greatness. LeBron's primary challenge was to outrun the specter of failure. This is the incredible saga of a man who sculpted his body into a relentless machine, his intellect into that of a shrewd general manager, and his very name into a global institution. He was a player who refused to be controlled by the league, who defied the notion of an early peak, and who absolutely refused to let his career diminish without a fight. The typical conversation often revolves around whether LeBron is the greatest of all time. But today, our inquiry pushes into more unsettling territory. How has he managed to sustain such an elite level of performance for so long, all while shouldering such an immense weight? Be sure to like and subscribe as we meticulously unpack this remarkable journey for you. LeBron Raymond James entered the world on December 30th, 1984, in Akron, Ohio. He was brought up by his mother, Gloria James, who had him when she was just 16. His formative years were marked by considerable hardship, characterized by constant relocations and severe financial strain. Yet these very struggles forged the resilience and intense focus that have become his trademarks to this day. This narrative of his early life is well documented, drawn from numerous public profiles and his own personal accounts over the years. By the time he enrolled at St. Vincent St. Mary High School, his extraordinary athletic gifts had already evolved from a local sensation into a full-blown national phenomenon. However, the crucial element that truly altered his life's path was more than just raw talent. It was the introduction of rigorous practices, strict schedules, and expert coaching that provided the secure environment he needed to flourish. As a teenager, he ascended to become the most celebrated high school basketball prospect of the modern age. Then in 2003, he made his inevitable entrance into the NBA, selected as the #1 overall draft pick. From that day forward, he transcended the role of a mere player to become a powerful platform. Immediately upon graduating, LeBron was inundated with colossal shoe endorsement offers. He ultimately sided with Nike not for the most substantial immediate payout, but for the promise of a long-term strategic partnership. That strategic decision proved immensely fruitful. In December of 2015, Nike revealed a lifetime contract with him, the very first publicly disclosed lifetime pact in the company's entire history. And based on detailed reporting from ESPN, it represented the single largest financial guarantee the corporation had ever extended to an athlete. Although Nike has never officially disclosed the precise figure, his business partner, Maverick Carter, later alluded to the popular understanding. The total value is understood to exceed $1 billion over the full term of the agreement. This is a recurring theme you will notice time and again with LeBron. He consistently prioritizes long-term sustainable value over immediate short-term financial gains. His signature shoe line, coupled with the lifetime deal, established a predictable decades-long stream of revenue, and also birthed an innovation platform at Nike's headquarters, including the state-of-the-art LeBron James Innovation Center, an asset designed to endure far beyond any single basketball season. His defining breakthrough was never a single game or championship. It was his relentless ability to add new compelling chapters from Cleveland to Miami for 2 championships, and then a celebrated return to Cleveland, where he famously ended the city's prolonged championship drought, followed by a move to Los Angeles, securing another championship while launching a formidable second career in media and strategic investments. While his basketball narrative is legendary, it is his business acumen that truly fuels the lifestyle you are curious about. A prime illustration of this is his involvement with Blaze Pizza. In 2012, LeBron and his partners invested under $1 million into the fledgling fast casual chain, choosing to grow alongside the company. By 2017, following a private equity infusion that placed the company's valuation at approximately $250 million, ESPN's analysis placed the value of his personal stake somewhere between $35 and $40 million. In addition to owning around 19 franchise locations over the years, which generated a continuous stream of income, he had notably walked away from a McDonald's extension to instead support Blaze as an owner, not merely a paid endorser. This perfectly encapsulates the LeBron template equity over advertisements. Another pivotal maneuver occurred in 2011. He exchanged his marketing rights with Fenway Sports Group FSG for roughly 2% of Liverpool FC. In 2021, he leveraged that initial position, converting it into a stake of about 1% in the parent company FSG itself, scaling up dramatically from one soccer club to a piece of a sprawling multi-team sports empire, including the Red Sox, the Penguins, NESN, and other holdings. With FSG's valuation approaching $13 billion in 2024, multiple analyses peg LeBron's slice to be well north of $100 million. Certain estimates even suggest his 1% share could be worth nearly $129 million at those marks. That is the power of compounding at work. To seize control of his own narrative, he co-founded the SpringHill Company in partnership with Maverick Carter. In October of 2021, a consortium including Redbird, Capital FSG, Nike, and Epic Games acquired a significant minority stake at an approximate $725 million valuation. Even with this major investment, LeBron and Carter retained majority control, allowing SpringHill to produce films, series-branded content, and intellectual property that not only earns on its own, but also elevates every other deal he touches. He is not just a superstar, he's a billionaire. Forbes 2025, whose income doesn't depend only on playing minutes. The Nike lifetime deal adds stability. Blaze Pizza provided a 30 to 40 times return on the original check. The FSG stake scales with an entire sports empire. SpringHill is a media and IP engine valued in the hundreds of millions. That mix of annuity-like cash flow plus growth equity plus owned IP is why he can spend years building a custom Beverly Hills compound without worrying about the next paycheck. LeBron James's real estate portfolio isn't about showing off. It's a carefully planned series of upgrades designed to support his family, his work, and his long-term vision. His most ambitious project is the massive Beverly Hills compound now under construction. He bought the 2.5-acre property for about $36.75 million in 2020, then demolished the original 1930s mansion in 2023 after securing permits. By 2024 to 2025, aerial photos showed the new multi-structure estate taking shape, a custom-built residence designed for privacy production work, recovery spaces, and long-term family living. This will likely become the center of the LeBron James universe, a private home base built exactly to his needs. Before Beverly Hills, his primary Los Angeles home was his 2017 Brentwood mansion, a modern 15,846 square foot property he purchased for $23 million. With 8 bedrooms, an elevator, a full gym, and spa complex with steam and sauna, a home theater, an Onyx bar, outdoor kitchen, and top-tier security, this house was built for performance and family life. It gave him space to train host friends and teammates and operate comfortably during his Lakers tenure. This home represented peak convenience, everything he needed in one place. Even earlier, he experimented with the Los Angeles market through a 2015 Brentwood purchase, a home over 9,400 square feet he bought for about $20.99 million and later sold in 2021 for $19.6 million. Although the sale showed a small loss on paper, the move was strategic. It allowed him to learn the neighborhood, live in Los Angeles while still playing in Cleveland, and use the property as a temporary base until he found something better. Once the larger 2017 Brentwood property and the Beverly Hills opportunity appeared, he moved forward, showing that for him, real estate decisions are about timing and long-term fit, not chasing quick profits. Still, the most personal property he owns is far from California. In his hometown of Akron, Ohio, sits his approximately 30,000 square foot estate, built on land he bought at just 18 years old. Often valued between $9 to $10 million, this mansion is filled with amenities: a full movie theater, recording studio, 2-lane bowling alley, barbershop, sports bar, and multiple entertainment areas. This is his legacy property, the home that keeps him rooted to where he came from and symbolizes his commitment to his community. Even after moving to Miami, Cleveland again, and Los Angeles, he never let this one go. His time in Miami adds another smart chapter. During the Heat era, he owned a waterfront Coconut Grove mansion that he bought for $9 million in 2010. The home had more than 12,000 square feet with a rooftop deck, infinity pool, private dock space, and luxurious indoor features. When he sold it in 2015 for $13.4 million, he walked away with a multi-million-dollar profit. Years later, the same home sold again for $18.5 million, proving his timing was spot on. Even after he moved on, the property continued to appreciate. When you look at all of his properties together, the strategy becomes clear. He enters A-plus cities with strong long-term demand. He upgrades, deliberately choosing homes that support his current chapter, whether that's training for championships, raising a family, or building a media empire. And he exits properties once they've served their role, rolling those moves into even better opportunities. The results speak for themselves. Ohio anchors his legacy, Brentwood supports his work and daily life, and Beverly Hills is becoming his all-in-one headquarters for family, business, and the future. Moving on to his exotic car collection, every vehicle in it serves a distinct purpose, almost like each one plays its own position on a championship team. Altogether, the collection is worth millions, featuring everything from family-friendly SUVs to ultra-rare hypercars. His garage isn't just a place to park cars. It's a showroom of strategic acquisitions. In total, his extraordinary assembly of vehicles is estimated to be worth between $4.5 and $6 million, a figure that is poised to grow as the rare hypercars in his collection gain value in 2026. The Italian exotics, which are machines crafted for sheer exhilaration and an undeniable presence, form the very core of this impressive lineup. The Ferrari 458 Spider, valued at $260,000, and the Ferrari F430 Spider, commanding $190,000, are the undisputed crown jewels within that particular category. They are lightweight, high-revving masterpieces engineered to transform every single drive into an outright celebration of velocity. In previous years, he was also famously in possession of a Ferrari 599 Fiorano GTO, a Grand Tourer with a front-mounted V12 engine that provides power with effortless grace. While its original retail price was approximately $450,000, its extreme rarity has since propelled its value among collectors to nearly the $2 million mark. These automobiles represent more than just traveling at high speeds. They are about evoking emotion, creating a symphony of sound, and embodying pure style. Yet he also maintains a practical side. For a vehicle he can genuinely use frequently without the nagging concern of mechanical reliability, he relies on his Porsche 911 Turbo S, worth $210,000. It offers blistering acceleration while being comfortable and composed enough for daily commutes. For moments when he needs to make a quiet yet profoundly impactful VIP entrance, he calls upon his fleet of luxury flagship sedans. These include the Mercedes-Maybach 57S at $380,000, which famously wore the KN and NG of zero license plate, and a Rolls-Royce Phantom valued at $500,000, which was a generous gift from Shaquille O'Neal. These are more than mere cars. They function as mobile declarations of prestige and widespread respect. For those long, leisurely drives where absolute comfort is just as crucial as performance, he has the Bentley Continental GT, a $235,000 car that expertly merges plush interiors with robust touring capability. Beyond these are the automobiles that serve as a reflection of his own personal history and carefully crafted public persona. The Kia K900, with its $60,000 price tag, for instance, has a permanent spot in his garage as a tribute to his many years serving as a Kia brand ambassador. It stands as tangible proof that he holds loyalty in the same high regard as he does luxury. The GMC Hummer EV, priced at $110,000 in its top specification, with nearly 1,000 horsepower, underscores his keen interest in the evolution of performance and electric-powered innovation. And standing proudly amidst all the contemporary machinery is a classic 1975 Chevy Impala worth $30,000, serving as a heartfelt homage to classic American automotive culture and a constant reminder of his own humble origins. Several inventories even indicate that he, at one time, had access to a highly coveted Porsche 918 Spyder, an exceedingly rare hybrid hypercar that ingeniously combines electric motors with a high-revving V8 engine. Initially selling for $845,000, these vehicles have since transformed into massive investment assets, with recent 2026 auction results showing them soaring to values between $2 million and $4 million. To put it succinctly, the Ferraris and the Porsche are embodiments of supreme engineering prowess. The Maybach and Rolls-Royce are reserved for grand momentous arrivals, while the Kia is a testament to his brand loyalty. The Hummer EV and the 918 Spyder gesture toward the automotive future, and the 75 Impala ensures he remains connected to his foundational roots. It's truly a collection that is a mirror of his own character, deliberate, multifaceted, and never ostentatious, simply for the sake of being noticed. Far beyond his status as a global icon and one of the most triumphant athletes of his era, LeBron James is also an exceptionally dedicated family man. He is married to his high school sweetheart. Savannah and the two have cultivated a close-knit and remarkably grounded family environment. Their children, Bronny Bryce and Jory, dictate his daily schedule with as much influence as the demands of professional basketball. In June of 2024, his son Bronny was selected by the Los Angeles Lakers as the 55th pick in the draft. Then later that autumn, the father and son made history by sharing the court, becoming the first ever father-son pair to play together on the very same NBA team. The rest of the James family watched from their courtside seats, taking in a landmark occasion that few athletes ever get to experience. In the meantime, Bryce is forging his own distinct journey at the collegiate level, while Jory consistently adds her vibrant personality and charm to the family's appearances in the public eye. LeBron frequently inscribes the hashtag #JamesGang on his basketball shoes, a subtle yet powerful declaration that every accomplishment he has achieved, both on and off the court, originates with and ultimately belongs to them. Having grown up without his own father in his life, being a fully present parent has become one of his highest priorities. He openly celebrates their achievements and milestones, but he also diligently maintains protective boundaries, offering enough public praise to be inspirational while ensuring enough privacy for their protection. This careful equilibrium has enabled his family to navigate immense public attention without ever being overwhelmed or consumed by it. A superstar of his magnitude must endure relentless non-stop pressure. There are endless GOAT debates, intense nightly scrutiny, and unending comparisons to the other legends of the game. What truly distinguishes him is how remarkably composed he remains in public. His interviews are consistently calm, and his social media posts carefully steer clear of any chaos. The clear objective is to maintain the focus on basketball business ventures and family, not on needless drama. This remains true even in the face of the viral statistics and figures that people so often love to cite. How much he spends on his body, he tends to shrug at exact figures and point back to habit, sleep, recovery, soft tissue work, day-to-day discipline. That approach is why he's still playing at a high level 2 decades in. In the world of sports, there are 2 ways to handle fame. You can build a quiet shield, or you can become a global corporation. And with every choice is a public battle. For LeBron, this reached a boiling point in January 2026, following a bombshell report about an internal war within the Lakers. The drama centers on Jeanie Buss, who reportedly grew frustrated with the outsized control LeBron and his agency, Clutch Sports, held over the team. The friction stems from two major flashpoints: the disastrous Russell Westbrook trade in 2021, which Jeanie felt LeBron didn't take enough responsibility for, and the 2024 drafting of his son Bronny, a move insiders say felt like an unappreciated favor. The situation is even more complicated now that the Buss family has sold the team to billionaire Mark Walter for a record $10 billion. While Jeanie stays on as governor, the team is clearly shifting its focus toward a new era led by Luka Doncic. This has left LeBron in a strange power struggle. He's an aging legend in a house that is no longer his, navigating a front office that is tired of his influence. LeBron is more than a global sports icon, and as Forbes confirmed in 2025, a billionaire. His legacy comes from how every part of his life fits together into one powerful system. On the basketball court, he has delivered championships in multiple cities, broken the all-time NBA scoring record, and created moments that moved entire fan bases around the world. At home, he has built a steady family life, highlighted by the unforgettable milestone of sharing an NBA court with his son, Bronny, something no other father-son duo had achieved at that level. In business, his impact is just as big: a lifetime Nike deal that guarantees income for decades, an early Blaze Pizza investment that turned under $1 million into tens of millions, a valuable ownership position within Fenway Sports Group that grows alongside a massive sports empire, and the SpringHill Company, a media and production powerhouse valued at roughly $725 million, with partners like Nike, FSG, and Epic Games. His real estate portfolio follows that same thoughtful strategy, including a custom mega mansion under construction in Beverly Hills, a luxury Brentwood home fully equipped for recovery and hosting, and a huge Akron estate that keeps him connected to his roots. Together, these pieces, elite performance, long-term ownership, a strong personal platform, and committed family life, create a legacy that looks effortless from the outside, because every part reinforces the others. In the near term, watch the Beverly Hills compound finish out. It will be more than a house. It will be a campus, training a few steps away, recovery on site, meeting rooms and production spaces in the same footprint. That setup minimizes wasted time and keeps focus where he wants it. Expect SpringHill to keep expanding with partners like Nike, Epic, and FSG, turning athlete stories and cultural ideas into series, films, and brand platforms. Because LeBron and Maverick Carter kept control, they can be picky, saying yes only to projects that add long-term value. As for ownership in a future sports play, with his FSG stake already in place, any growth or new acquisitions in that empire automatically lift his exposure. He has spoken openly about a desire to own an NBA team one day. While current players can't own NBA teams, the groundwork he has laid suggests the door will be open when the time and rules allow. The simplest way to understand LeBron's world is this: the luxury you see, the mansions, the cars, the travel is the byproduct. The machine is ownership. He asks the same questions on every deal. Does this give me equity or just income? Does it improve my platform or just my profile? Will it pay me later, not only now? Because he keeps answering those questions the right way. The lifestyle takes care of itself. If you gained value from this deep dive into the LeBron James empire, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. And make sure to enable notifications so you are immediately alerted for the next in-depth analysis. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next installment.